Welcome to Voices of Impact, a show where dreams meet action and change makers unite. We are your co-hosts, Brad and Kathy Lambert of KBL Impact Partners. You can find us locally in your city on My Genre Radio FM, Monday through Fridays at 2 p.m. Central. Also, we are televised on Valuable Television Network at 4 p.m. Central and Urban Core Television at 3 p.m. Central. You can find all 100 plus stations on Atu Media under radio and television tabs.
We are so excited to be with you today. Our special guest is Damon Mitchell. Damon has a wide-ranging experience in operations, strategic relationships, university advancement, and higher education. He currently serves as Development Director of Outreach Programs at Maryville University. In this role, Damon oversees all fundraising efforts, including events, grant management, and donor cultivation for Kids Rock Cancer and the Walker Scottish Rite Clinic. Prior to his roles at Maryville, Damon worked for Barnes & Noble College, where his tenure spanned 2 decades, having served in 6 progressive leadership roles, including regional field trainer, overseeing learning and development for multiple regions of bookstore managers. Damon has a Bachelor's of Science in Education, an MBA, and a Master of Divinity. When we come back, we will be joined by Damon Mitchell.
Damon, thank you for joining us. How are you today?
I can't complain. How about you?
We're doing well.
We're
doing
so
well.
excited to have you
Yes.
here today.
Happy to
Thank you
have
very
here.
much.
And to see you in person.
In
right?
person is great.
I know.
Right. No, it's great to see you guys.
We've seen you a lot virtually, but this is wonderful to see you in person.
For sure.
Tell us about the early days. Where did you grow up, go to school, and what got you to where you are now?
Wow. So I'm from Illinois, a little bitty town in Illinois called Madison, which is just over the bridge.
Right.
Yeah.
So grew up there, and then I went to school at SIU Carbondale.
Yeah.
Did my MBA here in St. Louis at Lindenwood University.
Sure.
Or should I say St. Charles?
Yeah.
And then I went to Divinity School. I did that online because the school was in Virginia.
Wow.
And so anyway, so I'm an ordained preacher, and I've been a pastor for 9 years.
Really? Now, where have you been?
So
Are you a pastor currently?
I am not currently pastoring.
Okay.
I pastored in East St. Louis for 8 years.
Really?
And I'm Methodist, and so then the bishop, after that 8 years, the bishop moved me. In our tradition, bishops move you, appoint you, and move you around. So then I got moved to Springfield, Illinois. So I was there for just a year, and then I took a sabbatical. And now I've not been back to ministry yet. So, but I am, but
Yet.
I heard the yet. It's definitely a yet. I definitely have the itch to get back in and serve in ministry.
So what inspired you to get involved in fundraising for Kids Rock Center and the Walker Scottish Rite Clinic?
Yeah, so the short version is I actually took a job at Maryville University as their operations director.
Really?
I did that for a couple of years, and then a position opened up, and my boss felt like, dude, you kind of peaked here in a pretty short time, and so she said, you should think about this other role working in advancement. And I looked at it and I thought, wait, they're going to pay me to raise money for kids with cancer? Yes! And so here, that was a very easy sell. And so, it's been a joy working with Kids Rock Cancer, or what we often call KRC, and of course the clinic. They do speech and language therapy for kids with speech impediments and things of that nature, ages 2 to 6.
Wow.
Yeah, tell us more about the mission of these two organizations and what they do.
Yeah, so the clinic, I'll start there. Clinic's been around for 37 years. Started in the old Scottish Rite Cathedral.
Really?
Yes. A wonderful man by the name of Earl Walker. He was a philanthropist here in St. Louis, particularly in Kirkwood, but he had a strong belief that every kid deserved a fighting chance, particularly with speech therapy. It's like 1 in 10 kids have a speech challenge.
I didn't know that.
I did
didn't
not
know
know that
that
either. And so pretty much in every classroom, there's one kid who's struggling to talk or communicate effectively. And that affects your ability to read, it affects your ability to, you know, the whole gamut.
Oh, yeah.
And so if you can't communicate, you're probably not going to learn very well. And so it puts those children at a disadvantage. So he and a couple friends, they started a speech clinic out of the Scottish Rite Cathedral in 1988, and we're going strong 37 years later. About 10 years ago, Maryville University kind of became its official partner, and so the main clinic is now housed on the Maryville University campus, and we have other outreach centers in the city, around the city actually. So, which is wonderful.
So the programs then are administered by speech therapy students? at
No,
Maryville, or-
actually licensed therapists. All of these people have bachelor's and master's degrees. They're licensed therapists.
Okay.
Yeah, we do actually benefit from students. Those students really get to benefit from the clinic as well. They get to come in and observe and
Sure.
and
Right.
learn, and which is also interesting. Our music therapy program, which by the way is the only music therapy program in St. Louis,
right.
Yeah, we're gonna
Maryville
get to
has.
that. Yeah, that's awesome.
So those therapists, they actually come and provide music therapy for kids as well in the clinic. So it's a wonderful way that we're able to partner two dynamic programs together, because of course, you know, those students need to be learning, but they also learning by doing is always the best, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So how do you tailor your fundraising when you have two separate, basically organizations, right?
absolutely.
And that you're supporting, and they're different.
They are very different.
Yeah.
The audiences are very different.
Yeah.
The donor base are very, very different. It's a joy actually to tailor. So the primary donor base, if you will, for the clinic really are the families we serve. The services for both programs are free.
Oh, they are
Yes,
totally free.
we don't do insurance. You
Wow.
just show up and we provide free services to you. For Kids Rock Cancer in particular, we're located at Cardinal Glennon. We do Mercy Hospital in Washington, Missouri. We also have a program through Healing Reimagined, which is there as well. So but the clinics are our own babies. They're, you know, our own static sites. But otherwise, we're dealing with cancer patients and children with blood disorders.
Yeah.
So we have to go to them. Those kids are not going to come to us
Right.
typically.
And how do you leverage music therapy with the kids to really help them deal with their challenges that they're
Yeah.
wrestling
You
with
know,
and
let
the
me just
trauma?
tell you, I say this all the time when I get asked that kind of a question. I get chills literally every
Yeah.
time I tell this story. So we have something called the heartbeat. I'm getting chills as I say
Well,
it.
and I'm getting chills, and I don't even know what
Yeah,
you're going to say.
so for example, if a kid has a cancer diagnosis, or even a parent or grandparent has a cancer diagnosis, we will record that heartbeat. And that will become the rhythm section to the song that our clinical music therapists will create with that patient. Like they are literally going to write a song
So
together.
they're creating the song together.
Yes, that therapist will guide a songwriting session. And we all know this. Music is a universal language. It's very therapeutic in nature. You know, any of us, when we're getting in a funk, we put some music on.
Right.
But there are clinical approaches. In fact, Kids Rock Cancer is in the process of a collaboration with Mayo Clinic.
Yeah. That's incredible.
So I mean, we're doing
Really?
research for Mayo as we speak. because there really is a science to it.
So the science, so you're doing the research in regard to the music.
How music therapy benefits a benefits a child, excuse me. So, but just to finish that thought,
Yes,
that
the
song,
heartbeats.
when that parent goes on, that child will have the heartbeat beating forever in the middle of that song. And you can imagine how emotionally beneficial that is for a kid, right?
Gosh.
Think of a kid, I mean, I always say it this way, remember COVID? We were all ready, confined in our homes. We were going crazy.
Right.
Imagine being, 7 years old and being told you have cancer and now you have to do radiation or chemo, right? That's hard.
Yeah.
That's very difficult for a kid. Well, so those music therapy sessions really mean a lot. We see that their moods are improved. They're experiencing higher levels of anxiety as a result of their treatments and diagnoses. So those therapy sessions really do provide emotional support that they would not otherwise receive.
So I have like chills too and tears actually. So the heartbeat is the parent's heartbeat.
It could be that. It could be the parent's heartbeat. It could be the child's.
The child's heartbeat.
Yeah. And that's just one of many interventions that we can do to provide emotional support. One of the things that we have found that as a child is having, going through their therapy sessions, chemotherapy or radiation, it can often diminish their cognitive ability. We're finding that music therapy is combating that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is really powerful.
I think so too.
Oh my goodness.
And I can't wait to see where you go with Mayo Clinic and how this thing is going to explode.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, we are going to take a short break, and we are Voices of Impact. We will be right back with our special guest, Damon Mitchell.
I felt accomplished after I got my diploma. Made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Join our Frame Up for Funding program, the 12-week accelerator by KBL Impact Partners. This proven program has helped nonprofits raise millions of new dollars by mastering donor engagement, board development, and funded programs. With only 10 organizations per cohort, you'll get personalized coaching and a clear, achievable funding roadmap to drive success. If you're ready for an explosive 2025, please schedule a meeting with us through our website at kblimpactpartners.com. We'd love to hear from you.
Welcome back to Voices of Impact, and our special guest today, Damon Mitchell with Maryville University. And just to recap, Damon oversees the fundraising and outreach for two programs at Maryville named Kids Rock Cancer and the Walker Scottish Rite Clinic. This is fascinating, the work you get to do.
Yeah.
And we all know the power of storytelling.
Yeah.
What are some of the most powerful ways you've been able to tell the stories of the children and families that have been impacted by these programs?
Yeah, great question. So, verbally, literally, I loved getting on the phone and just telling a donor, hey, just so you know, this kid got that, whatever that was, right?
Yeah.
Because of a contribution you made. Recently, I had,
That's powerful.
It's really powerful.
I made a phone call to a donor who bought some, because of COVID, of course, everything had to shift.
Yeah.
And so we started doing telehealth.
Yeah.
We had a donor who came to us and said, hey, tell me what you need. Wow. And she bought a bunch of equipment so that we could do telehealth sessions with people. So now, even if we don't have a clinic, for example, in that kid's area, we can get the equipment to them so that they can do the sessions with us right where they are. So I was able to call up this donor recently and say, hey, just so you know, this kid just graduated the clinic, and thanks to you, she did it all 100% on telehealth. She would have never received that care and support without that kind of a contribution. And of course, that donor was just over the moon, excited to hear that.
I mean, that just gives me chills. I can only imagine how they felt.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And as our previous guest, Heather Kemper, was saying, you have to both touch their head and touch their heart.
Absolutely.
Right.
And, you know, you touch their head with the statistics and the change, but you touch the heart with the stories.
Absolutely. I heard a quote yesterday that blew me away, and the quote was, we are not human beings. No, we are human beings. We are not human doings.
Right.
Oh.
And when I heard that, she said, you know, it really resonated, because sometimes you're right, we're focused so heavily on stats and numbers,
Right.
but we are human beings,
Right.
not just humans doing.
Right.
Yep.
It's really, it takes it away from the transactional,
Yes.
right,
Yes.
to the transformational.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
that's what it's all about. And your stories and being able to share that really shows that donor to that transformation
Yes, absolutely.
that happens. So I have a question for you. With
Shoot.
Stepping into this role, what were some of the biggest challenges?
Well, oh boy, probably the biggest was, so Kids Rock Cancer's founders had left the university within the 6 months or so from my arrival in the development role. Well, I don't know if you're familiar. I'm sure you both are familiar with founder syndrome.
Yes.
For those,
No, not us.
Never heard of it.
Never.
so for those who may not know, let me just quickly say, oftentimes when a founder leaves an organization, a lot of the support goes with them.
Right.
And so with Kids Rock Cancer, the founders, we had 2 music therapists who pretty much founded KRC. And they had been around for well over 14 years. And so when they left, all of a sudden, a lot of people were tied to them and not the mission. And so when they left, a lot of the supporters left with them. And so it was almost as if...
So you kind of had to unravel that and
Yes.
get back focused on the mission.
Yes,
and the
yes.
work
And,
the
and,
outcomes.
and it's almost like, wait, what is our donor base now?
Yeah.
I mean, it was as if we were starting anew.
Wow.
And so we went through a whole rebrand, which was time. The brand could have used a facelift a little bit. And so, but we did that, new website, all new marketing materials, and let's get out there. And so we're doing a lot of new things, innovative things.
Yeah.
For example, Maryville has created a partnership for us with the Factory out in St. Charles.
Oh, you're kidding.
And so, of course, it's a music venue.
I was just going to say, yeah.
Duh, right? And so we because of that partnership, we're tabling. Kids Rock Cancer has multiple tabling events there, and we're just meeting the community at all of these concerts. Funny story.
Oh my gosh, that gives me chills again.
Yeah, so as a result of that, again, how do you just being there, we're meeting people who've never heard of us, but all of a sudden it's creating a whole new stream of donors.
Yeah.
I mean, one guy walked right up to me and he goes, "What are you guys here? I don't want to walk past you because I've walked to every little," and he stopped and on the spot made a $500 contribution.
No.
And there you go.
I love it.
And now we're able to piggyback off some of the concerts there. They're literally giving us revenue from some tickets sold.
Oh my gosh, this is so great.
Yeah, and so we're getting in front of audiences that we would have never been able to be in front of. So again, leveraging the power of Maryville itself,
Right.
and its partnerships to say, how do we, weave KRC or the clinic into some of those offerings?
This is such a great opportunity.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited for you. That's just phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is it kind of unique that a university such as Maryville would be this actively engaged in one or more community programs?
I do
like it
believe
is?
so, absolutely. Most universities, at least as far as I can tell, I could be wrong, they are going to have their one thing that, that's community facing. Maryville, because of its academic programs of music therapy and speech therapy, it's like, why not?
Right.
Why not?
Makes perfect sense.
Why not?
Yeah.
So I'm very grateful to a university that continues to invest in these programs.
Well, they leverage their resources in those two fields to really
Absolutely.
do groundbreaking work,
Yes.
Right.
which is very cool. Any secret sauce on how to convert occasional donors into regular major givers?
Ooh, that's a really great question, Brad. I don't know if it's a secret sauce, but I would say doing the basic things of stewardship. It's amazing the power of a thank you note.
True.
You know, someone giving $25 and you send them a handwritten thank you note saying, thanks for that contribution.
Right.
All of a sudden may lead to a $100 donation.
Right.
And then
right.
and you do it again. Thanks
Right.
for that $100. And all of a sudden they recognize that my little gifts matter.
Right.
And then they start giving you more. And
Right.
and all you did was said thank you.
Right.
It's building that relationship.
It truly does build a relationship.
Yeah.
I love that.
And letting them know that regardless of the gift size, it's making a difference.
Right.
And it matters.
Funny story. So again, because of these programs are part of the university, we offer our staff payroll deduction, where they can give to different charities within the university. Well, one employee was giving like $5 here, every paycheck over a long period, and so I reached out and just to say thank you.
Yeah.
Those $5 add up.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we all know that otherwise there wouldn't be a Starbucks on every corner, right?
Right.
They add up.
They
and
do.
so I started sending her a thank you note, and then all of a sudden I saw her contribution went from $5 to $10.
Yeah.
And then it went from 10 and so forth. And so you just never know. Just consistent.
Right.
If I were going to say there was a secret sauce,
Yeah.
I would say don't underestimate the power of a thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
and
Don't
do-
underestimate the power of a thank you.
Do you ever have a potential donor say, well, you're a part of a big university that's probably flush with lots of cash.
Of course we do.
Why do you need my $100?
Of course we do. Of course we do. But then you remind them that these donations are restricted. They're not going to go to the university for baseball or scholarships. They're going to go to support the clinic. They're going to go to support Kids Rock Cancer.
Right.
Yeah, that's great. And I did go on your website and I saw on the donation page where you click on there, this is where the money goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, we are going to take another break. We are Voices of Impact, and we will be right back with our special guest, Damon Mitchell with Maryville University.
Hey, nonprofit leaders. Brad and I know that your time is valuable, and so is the work that you do. That's why we've created mini courses for nonprofit organizations that get straight to the point.
That's right. Each of our mini courses takes 30 minutes or less and dives into topics like building your budget, creating a fund development plan, writing successful grant applications, and having meaningful donor conversations. Perfect for busy leaders who want real results fast.
So head over to kblimpactpartners.com to learn more.
Start making a bigger impact and raising more money today. Welcome back to Voices of Impact, and our guest today is Damon Mitchell from Maryville University.
So, Damon, I would love to ask you some questions about each of these programs. So the first one, Kids Rock Cancer. So how many children do you serve a year?
We are serving a couple hundred currently.
Wow.
We actually have a lot of capacity to take on more.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, we have a lot more capacity. Right now we are supporting Cardinal Glennon here in the city, as well as Mercy in Washington.
Okay.
We are in the process of developing a partnership with a couple of other hospitals. I can't name them because it's not finalized yet.
Sure.
But we definitely have a capacity to see a lot more children.
So do you get referrals from physicians or
Yes.
also direct like with families?
Yeah, primarily.
You know, if somebody's out in our audience that is hearing about this.
Oh my God, yes. We will take any referral. Right now, the majority of our referrals are directly from a doctor and within the
But
hospitals.
they can come from
But they can come from anywhere.
anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Other nonprofit organizations.
Absolutely.
Or anywhere to have that.
Absolutely.
We have the capacity. 'Cause
We
I
have
a
the
feeling
capacity.
People hear this.
Yes. In fact, I would even say, which is so amazing, they can even do telehealth music sessions.
So if it's somebody that is in a different state that
Yes,
is
we
in
can
the
we can
audience,
accommodate.
You can accommodate them.
Yeah.
So how would they get a hold of you?
Go to kidsrockcancer.org.
kidsrockcancer.org.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable.
And how long do you typically engage with each child?
That really varies because
Okay.
it depends on their treatments and the severity of their illness. But it can vary. Many of our kids are going to receive several sessions. We do as many as they need.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And I know you shared a story, you shared with us about how this works and with the heartbeats. So can you share any other stories with us?
Oh, sure. I remember when I first started, it's probably my favorite story. I just remember there was a parent whose child unfortunately didn't make it. And I had reached out to invite her to an event that we were having, and she wasn't ready.
Yeah.
Right.
She wasn't ready. However, okay, now I'm getting chills and ready to cry. I remember very vividly talking with this very nice lady, and she just said, I do want you to know, although I can't attend, your program made such a difference.
Oh, wow.
I almost slipped the child's name. I'm glad I didn't. But
Yeah.
hearing directly
Sure.
from a parent who is still grieving,
Sure.
that your program still made a difference, that makes it worthwhile.
Just kind of gives closure to the whole thing.
For sure.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so again, I could rattle some stats out, but hearing directly from a parent saying, my kid with cancer benefited.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I needed to hear,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
you know.
Now, when a doctor makes a referral, are there then criteria and qualifications that you seek from them, or
No,
when the
once-
doctor makes the referral, they're pretty much in?
They're in. Yeah,
Okay.
if they have a blood disorder or any type of cancer diagnosis, we'll see them.
Okay.
That's it.
Love this.
Now, how about at the clinic? How does that referral process work?
Now, let me tell you, the clinic's a little different. So the clinic, we support children ages 2 to 6. We can get them in for an initial screening to see what their actual needs are, diagnose them if there is a need to do so. And then they will go straight to a list. Depending upon where they are, we can see that kid with pretty quickly. Our main site, we have a waiting list right now, which is unfortunate. Our main clinic is at the university.
Oh, really? Okay.
But we have sites throughout St. Louis.
Yeah.
So there's other opportunities. So if you don't want to wait to go to the main site, you can go to another location.
And then how many do you serve a year through the clinic?
Yeah, the clinic, we're serving roughly 500 kids.
Oh my goodness.
And again, that's totally free services. It's all delivered through the generosity of donors. We write grants, of course, as well, but we have corporate sponsors for events and things of that nature. In fact, we're trying to build up our corporate matching. Because there are several companies out there who will give money.
Yes.
And
you're talking about the employee matching gift program.
Yes,
right?
yes. In fact, I had a $1,000 donation last week And he said, and by the way, I'm working with my employer right now to get them the
beautiful.
match.
Yes.
And so I'm like, yes, because it's free money that's out there.
Absolutely.
And
there's
a lot of
of
it doesn't get given out.
Right.
I know.
Unfortunately.
I know. There's also, of course, programs out there, Dollars for Doers, where when employees will volunteer, a company will say, oh, my employee is volunteering their time with your company. We're going to give you some support, financial support as well.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
I know there's great opportunities with companies and to be able to partner and go deep with them.
Yes. So that's one of my it's on my not bucket list, on my wish list
On
of
your
things
list, right?
it's on my list.
The long list of all these
long list. There's a lot of ways to get out there.
So I have a question also about within the clinic. So is there a certain criteria for?
Yeah, so it really just depends. Right now, as long as we diagnose them as having some sort of speech or communication challenge, we will see them.
Okay.
And again, that's that simple. But I am not a speech therapist, so I'm not going to go into all the specific types of disorders that exist. But yeah, in fact, we don't, for example, I know we don't do dyslexia. Our Maryville just got a new college president as of June 1. He used to have suffer from dyslexia.
Really?
And when he found out that we had a speech clinic, he's like, oh my God, he's already visited the clinic to understand, all the work that we do. That is one of the things that we don't treat, though, at our clinic, but we do treat a ton of other
I kind of wonder if
disorders.
you might start treating that.
We may start, right?
You never know,
You
right?
never know.
Never know what's going to happen.
How do you measure success?
Yeah,
in these programs?
so that's pretty much dependent upon the therapist. That therapist will establish goals for that child after that initial screening and determine how far can we go with that particular child.
Okay.
So it will vary kid to kid. Some can't speak at all. Literally, there are some children that will walk in and all they can do is grunt or moan. And then in fact, I just had a great conversation with one of our therapists yesterday. I was in the clinic, and she said, oh my God, I was just talking to a parent. The kid had just graduated. He came in here, all he could do is moan, and hum. And now he's talking, and he's 7 years old now. But he's now just been included in the gifted program at his local elementary school.
In the gifted
Yeah,
program?
but that would not have been possible had he not come to the clinic to learn how to become,
Wow, what an outcome.
to communicate.
What an outcome.
What an outcome.
Yes.
Yeah.
What
and
an
the
outcome.
impact. I mean, that is a huge
Yes.
impact.
Absolutely.
Oh my
Now, I know you talked earlier about how the programs are basically run by professionals, licensed psychiatrists or whatever. How do you engage students then in the process?
Yeah, so unfortunately, we don't really, because these are clinical spaces, it's not like students can just show up and, but we are always engaging students to volunteer.
Okay.
To help raise money, raise awareness. In fact, the last 3 years, many students hold a fundraiser for Kids Without Cancer on Valentine's Day.
Oh, I love that.
So I mean, they are definitely engaged. And then, of course, students who are studying music therapy or speech therapy, they are able to do some clinical work within our environments as well.
Okay.
I love this. So I have a quick question for you that just kind of popped in my head. So if you don't mind.
Go for it.
So that your board, is your board the university's board? Or
That is a great question. No, each of these programs have their own unique board, and they pretty much help undergird the awareness efforts and the fundraising efforts.
Good.
And, to make sure that we have what we need.
Oh, that's great. So you have two boards that you navigate.
Yes, and of course, because I'm an employee of the university, I'm working with the overall. So I'm usually running in multiple directions.
So you're going in all different.
So you serve a lot of masters
all
then?
different
Yes.
ways. Yes, you do.
Indeed, I do. A lot of pharaohs.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I do.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, we are going to take one more short break. We are Voices of Impact, and we will be right back with our special guest, Damon Mitchell of Maryville University.
Nonprofit leaders, do you want expert insights to grow your impact? Subscribe today to the KBL Impact Partners YouTube channel. You will receive powerful fundraising strategies, leadership tips, and exclusive content from Voices of Impact, the show that spotlights changemakers just like you. Don't miss an episode. Get the tools, inspiration, and the expert advice to raise more and do more for your mission. Subscribe now at youtube.com/@KBL Impact Partners and start transforming your nonprofit today.
Welcome back to Voices of Impact, and our guest today is Damon Mitchell at Maryville University.
Well, Damon, right before we took our break, we were talking about both of the organizations and if they each have their own board.
Yeah.
And so how do you navigate all this?
With much sleep. No, it is a lot of work. Both boards meet quarterly. But of course, within the boards, there's also subcommittees that you're working with on awareness and outreach and fundraising. So it's a lot of work, but it's good stuff.
Yeah.
It's really good stuff. It's really probably one of the most important spokes in the wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have the overall board.
Yeah, so I don't report to the overall Maryville University board, but I do report to a vice president of advancement or development, as we call it, at the university, who does a lot with the university president. And so all of it is working together.
So then do you report to both of these other boards?
Yes.
So you report to them too?
Yes.
And okay, so I'm just trying to get at how the structure is.
Yeah, so essentially there's my vice president, there's then me, and then there's our boards that I work directly with to build awareness and support.
And then each program then has its own program director, or
yes,
how
they
do
have
the
their own
services get delivered?
Yeah, absolutely. There's clinical directors for each of those programs.
And I assume you're frequently interacting with them
Every week.
Yeah. So your caller ID has got a lot of names in it.
Yes, it does.
My goodness. But I just, we've known you. I'm trying to think of how long ago did you do the class?
Probably about almost 2 years ago.
I was just going to say about 2 years. And just to see where you were then and where you are now is incredible.
Thank you very much.
And the growth that you've had. And
It's been a good journey.
And it's just, it's amazing the work that you've done and building this. And you really did. You really had to come in and rebuild.
Absolutely. Brick by brick.
Brick by brick.
But both of these programs are serving such a viable, important purpose
Yes.
in the community. It's just incredible. So, look in your crystal ball.
Yep.
What do you see for these two programs in the next 3 to 5 years? What's sort of your longer range vision?
Yeah, so I actually just did a SWOT analysis
Did you?
for both of these programs to just think about where are we today, where can we go. Right now, I think Kids Rock Cancer has a lot of growth potential. The clinic has been around 37 years, so we're very, very solid. The founder syndrome and all that, we're not having to deal with any of that. So Kids Rock Cancer has a lot of growth potential and getting in more hospitals. Again, as I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of opportunities for us to get in front of some kids.
And it sounds like you have the bandwidth.
Yes, we do.
Right, that you can see more.
Yes, we can see a lot more children. So I see us expanding the sites that we are visiting to provide the care with KRC. For the clinic, I mean, if I could, I would love to start thinking about long-term sustainability campaigns, really driving the planned gift.
Yes.
I think there's a lot of potential there. There's a lot of our board members who are not as young as they used to be, if I can put it that way. And I think they would be able to really help us to put some things in place to ensure the clinic's viability long-term.
Right. Oh, I think so too. So I have a question for you.
Shoot.
That you know, as Brad shared in the introduction, you also have a Master's of Divinity, and
Yeah.
you share that, you know, that you're a preacher, pastor. So how has your faith impacted your journey?
Oh,
what you're doing?
it's all about, so I have a strong, deep faith that everything is connected. I don't believe in a whole lot of accidents. I think wherever we are today, our lives have been driving us to that very moment, right? It's no accident, even us sitting here today.
Sure.
Right.
I don't know what this
believe
is
that
leading
too.
to,
Sure.
but it's a part of the journey.
Right, it's
Yeah.
a part
Right.
of the journey.
My faith, I feel, I believe that I've been given so much, right? My faith informs me of that I have been a true recipient of a lot of grace, a lot of blessings, and as a result, it becomes incumbent
Sure.
to give
Right.
back.
Right.
And so philanthropy is a natural space for a person of faith, because to whom much is given, much is required.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
love that. So, I'm trying to think about how to word this actually.
Yeah.
With everything that's going on today,
Yeah.
and especially too with nonprofits and
Oh, yeah.
education, and I mean, what words of wisdom or, you know, just advice would you give people? And with our audience, we have a wide range of people who are watching, listening.
Yeah.
What would you, you know, what words of encouragement or what would you share with them?
I would, first and foremost, I would encourage everyone that, yes, there's a lot of stuff happening in the world, but people, for the most part, are still decent people.
Yeah.
I would say turn the news off sometimes. The sky is not falling. It may feel like it. It may even look like it.
Right.
But I think at the end of the day, the good guys will always win.
Tomorrow will always come.
Tomorrow will always come.
That's right.
It is not doomsday, no matter what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what lessons have you learned along your journey in
Yeah.
fundraising, or just, you know, what lessons have you learned?
Oh boy, I would say two. Number one, make a list. If you don't have a North Star, you're just kind of out there, you need to have very clear objectives. What am I doing not only in the next 3 years, but what am I doing today?
Yeah.
Right? And be able to cross things off the list. Right? We have to have a roadmap, else we're just kind of out there.
That's right.
So
Right.
I that would be my biggest, but I would also just stay focused on the mission.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would also say a big lesson is don't try to do it alone. There's the phrase team together, everyone achieves more.
Yeah.
We go farther when we go together.
That's right.
I love that. I love that how you said the team is together, everyone achieves more.
Yeah.
The acronym for team.
What's the saying? If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together.
Go together.
together.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, that is
So engage people in the process.
Sure.
right, and then have them a part of that process.
Yes.
So I'm going to go back to your boards
Okay.
again.
Okay.
We're all over the place, aren't we?
That's okay.
But thinking about your boards and how you navigate each of them. So how often do your boards meet? Do you share with us, if you can
Sure.
share a little bit more? I'm thinking too of those that in our audience that run nonprofit organizations are probably thinking, oh my gosh, I have one board. I can't imagine having two boards.
Right? Yeah,
Right.
so both boards meet quarterly, and then the subcommittees meet in the interim of those board meetings, and they meet as frequently as necessary or infrequent.
Right.
But I do think it's very important for an engaged board to have a set meeting. So I will say to your audience, make sure your board actually has a calendar that it's going to meet, set those expectations.
Right.
If you miss so many meetings, we have to have a conversation,
That's right.
because otherwise they're disengaged.
Yeah. So how often do your boards meet?
Quarterly.
So you meet quarterly.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's just a
So
lot.
we are quickly running out of
I
time
know.
here.
I can't believe it.
What legacy would you like to leave for people to remember Damon Mitchell for?
Wow, great question. What would be my legacy? I would want people to remember Damon showed up for the good.
Yes.
I like that.
Damon showed up for the good. He showed up, he contributed, he did what he said he was going to do. He was a person of integrity.
Yep.
Absolutely.
But for the good, not for Damon, but for the greater good.
But for the greater good.
You were willing to roll up your sleeves and do the hard stuff.
Yep.
Right. And I have to say, my friends, you are doing for the good.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And to see what you've done in your role and growing, and it's very exciting.
Thank you very much.
And for our audience, will you share with them again how they can reach
Well,
you,
sure,
reach
sure.
the
They can reach me.
organizations?
Just go to, matter of fact, my email address is dmitchell7@maryville.edu. But otherwise, you can find me at kidsrockcancer.org. You can also find me at the clinic's webpage, which is SR, which stands for Scottish Rite, so srclinic.org.
Wonderful. And so for the kids, is it the Kids Rock Cancer that is the telehealth, or is that the other one?
Both
Both of them
we
are
can do it.
telehealth.
Telehealth or in person.
So wherever anyone is,
Yeah.
You can
Happy to
you can
help.
Happy to help. Wow, this is so amazing.
I had a chance to look at both your websites yesterday, and they look really good.
Well, we're actually totally revamping the Kids Rock Cancer one as we speak.
Really?
And building it
Okay.
out. So in about 2 or 3 weeks, you'll see a whole new experience.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Well,
All right.
that's all the time we have for today. Damon, thank you so much for coming on. It's been a real pleasure
It's been
to learn about the important work that Maryville is doing in our community. And we'd love to have you back on again.
Thanks for
Yes.
having me, and I'd love to be back.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's all for today. We are Voices of Impact, and we look forward to seeing you again next time. Have a great day.
Are you a nonprofit leader awake at night worrying about your organization's future? You're not alone. Did you know a staggering 30% of nonprofits don't survive past 10 years? Often it's a simple reality. No money, no mission.
There is hope. At KBL Impact Partners, we understand the value of every dollar and every donor. Did you know 58% of donors are willing to give more if they know the impact of their donation?
That's why we've created Frame Up for Funding, our exclusive 12-week program designed to empower nonprofit leaders just like you. Learn how you can effectively communicate with donors and funders, demonstrating the lasting impact of their investments.
Visit kblimpactpartners.com today and schedule your complimentary consultation. Together, let's make your mission possible.
Thank you for joining us on today's enlightening episode of Voices of Impact. Remember, each one of you has a power to make a difference in this world.
With the KBL Impact Partners team of over 75 years of experience in the nonprofit and corporate sectors, we are with you on this journey. We stand ready as more than advisors. We are partners and mentors committed to your vision for a better tomorrow. It's about creating solutions that resonate with your unique mission, with a dedication to personalized attention that brings out the very best in your organization.
And if you're ready to take your organization to the next level, visit kblimpactpartners.com and schedule your complimentary consultation. Ignite your impact, amplify your vision, and elevate your mission to lead the social movement.
This is Voices of Impact with KBL Impact Partners, where your mission fuels our dedication to social impact. Until next time, let's continue to be the inspiring voice of change in our communities and beyond.